Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. Now, David Workman, who calls himself Half-Baked Lunatic, which I think is a fantastic name, has created a number of line puzzles for our app lately, and some have already appeared on the app, some will be appearing in further updates. One will be on today's video. We're going to look at this puzzle called Ziploc with the old zipper line, not the old zipper line, the very new zipper line that's kind of been created in the last year as an idea, and David's created this version of a zipper line puzzle. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Now, yesterday, fascinating day, not on the channel, but on somebody else's channel, Simon appeared in a number file video and explaining, no less, the Fist-Mafel ring and some of set theory, which was fantastic. We're delighted to be in a collab with Numberphile. It was good to meet Brady, and we had great fun doing that. Also today my run on Countdown came to an end. They max it out at 8 goes. There are some series finals, but it's not absolutely certain that I'll qualify for them. There has certainly once been an incidence of an Octochamp failing to qualify, so we'll have to wait and see on that. We'll let you know, obviously, if something's coming up in that regard. Streaming, we will be streaming at some point in the middle of next week, Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll again let you know what's going on there, and oh gosh, loads going on. I mean, just so much happening. App updates, and on Patreon, of course, we have all the fun of the fair, the visit to the fairground or carnival to have a go at Tin Can Alley and the Dodgems, and what are the other two attractions that we send you to there? There's the Hall of Mirrors and the Tunnel of Love, as well as finding your way out at the end. So do give those puzzles a try. A couple of them are pretty difficult, but we think quite entertaining. And there's always stuff going on our Patreon, as well as merchandise and our Sven SUDOKU PAD, of course, all on the links under the video. Do check them out. But the first one is to this puzzle, and it's called Ziploc. Looking at the zipper lines, maybe there's something locked into it, but let's do the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. That's 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Cells an equal distance from the center of the zipper lines must sum to the cell in the center of the line. So these two cells, being an equal distance from the center of this zipper line, must sum to that number. Those two must sum to that. Digits in cages sum to the number in the corners of the cage. In the corner of the cage, normal killer rules. 2 given digits, thank you, David. Give it a try. I am going to reset my clock and say, let's get cracking. So, well, some generous cages here from David. We get a 1-3 pair. That, therefore, must be a 2-4 pair in the 6 cage. I thought that was going to limit this cell, but it doesn't. The 7 cage is clearly 1, 2, 4. That's the only 3 different digits, 7 sum. The 5 cage, I don't know, 2 small digits in the sense of 1, 2, 3 or 4, and we must have used up both 2 and 4 amongst those 3 cells. And then after that, not so straightforward. The 9 cage here doesn't have a 5 in it. Now, it's either 1, 2, 6 or 2, 3, 4. And at least those 2 possibilities share a 2, so there's definitely a 2 in that cage. But I think I've run out of cage activity. I'm going to have to look at the zipper lines and see what's going on. Every cell in this central box has a zipper line on it. All that immediately tells me is that 9 is in one of the cell centers, in one of the line centers, because it can't add to another digit to give a Sudoku digit. I don't really know what to do at this point. I mean, I could pencil mark in 5, 7, 8, 9 in the top row. But that can even be a 9 in the 12 cage. That would give us a 1, 2, 4 triple. This 9 cage has 3 possible fills at the moment. Don't think this X in the center is that helpful. Don't see how these things are limited much at all here. Okay, these two can't use a 5 or a 2, and they add up to whatever this is. They can't be 1, 3, because one of those low digits is needed here. So they're at least 1, 4, which adds up to 5, and this can't be a 5 by Sudoku, so it's at least a 6. Now, it can't be a 6 either, actually, because that can't be a 1, 5 pair because of that, and it can't be a 2, 4 pair because of those. So that's not 6. Now, unfortunately, I don't think, not only can I not rule out 7, I think it has 2 possible fills here, either 1, 6 or 3, 4. Oh, this is very obvious. Right, these 2 cells add up to that one. And they can't include 1, 2 or 4. So they're either 3, 5 or 3, 6, including a 3, and this is either 8 or 9. Now, can we do the same on these other lines? Oh, certainly this one's interesting. Yes, this is good. Okay, what do those 2 add up to? Now, I don't know the answer to that, but I do know it has a minimum, and that's based on the minimum total for these 5 cells. 5 different cells, and they're all in the same box, so they must all be different digits, must add up to at least 15. And I think that means these 2 must add up to at least 6. And therefore this is at least 6. It can't actually be 6. And we got us a 7, 8, 9 triple in the central box. If it is 7, and one of these 2 is, then this pair would add up to only 7. And this group of cells would add up to 16 and would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That would actually work okay. Okay, so what can I do with this? Is this now 6? Well, it's 6 or 5. Oh no, hang on, can it? Oh, that's weird. Actually, it can be 3. I can see that it can't be 4. The reason this cell can't be 4 is that those 2 would then have to add up to 4. They would have to be a 1, 3 pair. They couldn't be a 2, 2 pair, obviously. And whatever this is would clash with the 1, 3 pair there. Yes, it's worth noticing in this zipper line puzzle, none of the zipper pairs are repeat digits. Like with other lines, they can be, but here they're always either in the same column, row, or box, which is interesting. Anyway, this, I think it can still be a 3. If you had a 2 there and a 1 there and a 1, 2 pair, that seems all right. So I don't think I can rule out 3. 5 would need an even 2 or 4 there and an odd 1 or 3 there. Oh, and what does it do with these 2 and the digits that add up to 12? No, even 1, 2 isn't ruled out. That would then be a 3, 4, 5 triple. Oh my goodness, this can't be 6. That's really weird. 6 seems to be the possibility for the center with the most freedom. But look, if that was 6, what would this pair be? It can't be a 2, 4 pair, because in box 1 you can't have a 2 or 4 here. And it can't be a 1, 5 pair, because in row 2, column 7, you can't have a 1 or a 5. There's a 1 in that cage and a 5 there. Oh, that's weird. So this is 5 or 3. Right, now, these are being selected from 1, 2, 3, 4 now. What is that telling us? If it's a 3, that's a 1, 2. This is definitely 3, 4, 5. Oh no, that's all right with 1, 2. If it's a 5, oh well, then this can't be a 5-digit, and it would have to be a 7 to allow this total to be 17. Yeah, sorry, if that's a 5, this couldn't be an 8, because then you'd use 3 and 1 here, and you need one of those here, and it couldn't be a 9 because you'd need 1 and 2 here, and you need one of those here. So if it's a 3, that's a 5. If it's a 5, that's a 7. And if it's a 3 and that's a 5, this is 1, 2, this is a 4, 3 pair. If it's a 5 and that's a 7, oh, then I just know they add up to 5. But either way round, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 quad in row 2. Isn't that clever? I mean, I don't know what it does for solving. Oh, no, I do know something it does. No, it does not what that does for solving. I've spotted something about the central box. Look, we've got this 7, 8, 9 pair. So we haven't placed 6, and that means... Sorry, I'm going to have a drink here. That means that 6 is on the X. What's also very clear is that 6 is the highest digit on the X. And the highest digit on a zipper line must be in the center. So we've got, that's our first digit, is a 6 in the center of the puzzle. Right, 6 on its X tips must have a 1, 5 pair and a 2, 4 pair. And now we know this is a 3. Oh, isn't that weird? Okay. So this is a 1, 2 pair. This is 5, 4, 3. This is a 1, 2 pair, and we know the order, but that doesn't fix the order of the rest of the zipper. That's not a 5. In fact, none of these are 5s. These are from 7, 8, 9. Oh, we've got 3 looking at that cell. 4 looks down into the 7 cage. 7, 8, 9 are the remaining digits in the middle. Well, this is very clever. Right, this digit is not 1, 2, 3, or 4. So I'm going to put in 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it doesn't really sort anything out. This one also, though, can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that does sort something out. So I could put in 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, which requires this to be no more than 4 now. The biggest difference between those digits, potentially with that one being higher, is 4. So this is 1, 2, 3, or 4, but this is a 12 cage. That can't have 1 or 2 in it. So this is now 3 or 4 with an 8 or 9 partner. And now the minimum total for those two is 8. So that is not 7. Now we know where 7 goes in the central box. And now we know this isn't 8 or 7. This is 5 or 6, going with 1 or 2. So that's the 1 or 2. In the 5 cage, that's the 3 or 4. But we've got a 3 in one of those cells. Aha! So 4 there, 1 there, 6 there. This must all be correct. Now, we do know the sum of these 5 yellow cells, because those two add up to 7. We know the content of them. Those 3 add up to 9. The total of yellow is 16. And in 5 cells, that has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Oh, but I thought that would leave us only one way to do that, and I don't think I'm right. We need a 1 in one of those 2 cells. Ah, yes. That's by Sudoku, because of that 1. So now these have to be a 3, 4 pair. They can't be a 2, 5 pair, because there's no 5 in the yellow region. So there we go. Let's get rid of yellow. That's a 3, 4 pair. This is 1, 2, 6. We know where the 6 goes, and the 1, and the 2. That places 2 over here in a cage that must now be 2, 3, 4. That is 8 or 9 to complete the row. That is a 3-4 pair in the final column. We get a 1 in the corner, which might have been our last chance to get a 3 in a corner. That 3 looks down to the 9 cage. That looks down to the 12 cage. Loads of this is getting done. But we've still got to sort out 8 and 9. Oh, we've done it. 4 plus 5 minimum. That's 9 on the right. That's 8 to the south. So this is a 3-5 pair. Now, what other zipper line numbers can we fill in? I don't know where to start. We've got so many options. Let's try here. Right, this can't be a 1-6 pair. Oh, this digit sees 1, 6, 4 and a 3-5 pair, and it's got to be less than 7. So that's a 2 going with a 5. This 3-4 pair has been resolved actually ever since we got the 3. In fact, from the moment it was a 3-4 pair, we could have filled it in. Right, this 8, we've got a 3-5. This digit can't be 1, 2, 3 or 4, so it's the higher digit, 5, 6 or 7. This is the lower one, 1, 2 or 3, but beautifully it sees a 1 and a 2. So that's a 3, that's a 5. Now this one, this can be a 3 or a 7, making this one a 5 or a 1. Oh, both of those work, but only for a moment. 2 and 1 there fixes it as 5 and 3. So every iteration on this 8 zipper line is a 3-5 pair, which is quite a surprise, I would say. Now on the 9 line, right, we've got to have a low digit in this pair, and that low digit has to be 1, so we can fill in 1 and 8. These two are not a 1-2 pair anymore, so these aren't a 4-5 pair. We have to have 4 opposite 2 somehow. In fact, we've got 4. It's all coming together now. This is brilliant. I mean, it's not that difficult as long as you spot the right steps, but I mean, that's a very easy thing to say in a Sudoku puzzle, and quite a hard thing to necessarily come up with. So 7, 2, 1, 4, 3, 5, that's a 6. That's an 8, 9 pair. In this row, we've got 1, 6, 9. Oh, I still had 1 pair to go. This cell can't be 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. So that's the high digit. This is the low one, which can't be 2. Oh, and it can't be 3 because of that 3-5 pair that I keep using again and again. So we have 2 8 1s on this zipper line, whereas this 7 zipper line used every lower digit on it. Interesting how they weren't very symmetrical in makeup. Now we've got a 6-9 pair there. That's a 4. 4 and 2 are resolved. I would think all the low digits are done very quickly now. We might be just finishing off, but let's see how this goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in every box. Must be, I reckon, completable. That looks like the 5 there. Where's 3 in box 1? It's there. Yes, okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in every box. That's a naked 7. That's good. That'll probably get us done. 6, that's not 8. We've got 7, 9 pairs. 7, 9 pair there, so we place 6. 7, 8, 9 triple. In fact, that's now a 7, 9 pair. Yes, that's an I-wing in the middle row. That's an 8. I think this is fairly straightforward now. That's 7 or 9. That's 6, 7 or 9. 7, 8 or 9. Oh. No, it's not fairly straightforward. We might have to do some colouring yet or something. If I coloured 7s against 9s. Well, that's all very well, but I don't know where red goes. It could be a 9 there, or either there for column 2, one of those. Oh, okay. No, I'm not getting this. Right, let's Maybe some work to do still. Yes, Half-Baked Lunatic is not half-baked in any way and has come up with something a bit trickier at the end. Unless I'm missing something very obvious, I think we're going to have to find a Y-wing or something. Oh, here's something. There's an X-wing instead. Those 9, well, those are the only positions for 9 in rows 1 and 7. Not that one. There they are. And what does that mean? That means that these cells cannot be 9s because, yeah, these are the only positions for 9s in rows 1 and 7. Therefore, there have to be 2 9s in those positions in column 3 and 7 as well. And therefore, there is nowhere else that can be a 9 in column 7. And we don't get a triple in the bottom row. Oh, that's frustrating. There's some very annoying truck beeping outside, but it's stopped now. Nearly stopped. Oh, we're still not done. Oh, that's weird. So red, I don't know. We're going to have to find something else. What's going on? There must be one solution. Gosh, finding one X-wing is hard enough. Do I have to find another? What's going on with these? No, I don't see that as an X-wing. Okay. Wow. I hope this helps, because if it doesn't, I'm really stuck. I think this is a Y-wing. Hinge down here. Look, what if you choose a 7 here, that's a 6. If you choose a 9 here, that's a 6. So one of those two, at least, quite possibly both, is a 6. And that means this is not a 6. And therefore, yeah, that does do it. Oh, this could never have been a 7. Oh, hang on. I didn't need that. Oh, maybe I did. I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't know. But it is not a 6 because of this Y. The Y-wing still exists. If that is a 9, that's a 6. If that's a 7, that's a 6. Either way, this is not a 6. This is an 8. That is going to finish the puzzle, he said with utter confidence and his fingers very tightly crossed. I don't think that could have been an 8. I don't know. I may well have just missed pencil mark, but anyway. It's always entertaining to find a wing of any sort, be it X or Y, and it helped me. 9, 7, 8. This is it, I think. We're done. There we go. That's lovely. That's a really nice puzzle by David. Ziploc. And we are locked into the solution. Let's just get rid of the colours. Oh, I don't know why it tells me I've solved it again, just because I take out colours. I don't feel I deserve that. Anyway, thank you very much to Half-Baked Lunatic. Thank you for watching us on the channel, as always. Do check that number file video. If you can watch Countdown, do that. If you can follow our streams, do that. Love when you interact with the channel, and hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.